Hello there, people of maga, friends and almost family, I'd say. Chris here. I've known many of you for quite a few years now, and I regard you as family and friends. I'll be coming again this year, hopefully, and I'm offering something which I call embodied spirit. Been doing this for quite a while now, quite a few years, 30 odd years, and more important, it seems to me, that we not neglect the spiritual aspect of what we do, but at the same time, not veer away from our central focus, which is the work on the body. So embodied spirit. And we can, of course, regard the human being as primarily physical with the spiritual aspect. But in fact, I'm starting to think more and more as the years go by that we are spirits who just happened to have incarnated into a physical vessel. This body that we use for 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 150 years, who knows, right? And one of our jobs is to make that smooth for people in all sorts of ways, including the merging of the spiritual and the physical and the harmonization of that process so that the spirit is free to develop itself during this time on earth. And well, maybe next time on earth, maybe the time before, who knows, right? So what I've developed this year for you is 6 topics which link together and form a progression from the very, very physical. And we start with the 6 extraordinary organs, which really never really get treated in shiatsu, not directly. They are the brain, the marrow and the bones, the vessels and the uterus, but also the gallbladder, maestro. So these extraordinary organs will be our focus, and we'll be treating them through the extraordinary meridians. So it starts deep, it starts physical, it starts organic. Very important organs, and that's a link with Western medicine, which is vital for us to have. We need to have the vocabulary and the connections there. We'll move into something called Kidney Chi Returns to Source, which many of you might have done with me before. We'll do that again, and with renewed focus on the Jing and how we keep the Jing elastic and full and powerful, and tweak it every now and then, bring it back up to full resonance. So staying really with the physical aspects there a little bit in the first day. Second day, we move on to the blood via the diaphragm. The diaphragm is something that doesn't really get treated much in Eastern medicine, but it's a very, very important organ for all sorts of various reasons, which we'll be talking about. By the way, there's a chapter in my book on the diaphragm, so get the book, get a sneak peek. Then we move into a deeper aspect. In the blood are aspects of the soul. So we're going to go into the soul from the blood and aspects of the soul, including the hun and the shen, of course, but through the meridians of liver, gallbladder, and triple heater and pericardium. Or looked at another way, triple heater and gallbladder, xiao yang, and liver and pericardium, jue yin. These are really important meridians for knitting together the whole system and feeding into the soul energy. There's a whole treatment there called the eyes of the soul. Third day, we're going to be looking at very, very interesting spiritual stuff through the spirit points on the bladder meridian on the back. So the hun and the po, the yi, the shen and the ju, all of those 5, and discussing all of those as we treat and finding different ways to treat them and help our patients and ourselves, of course, have the best possible time within these physical vehicles that we have, these bodies, but also achieve all our spiritual goals during this lifetime. The final section will be the numinous, looking at Ling, the enormous spiritual soul, which imbues our whole world and everything around us. That will be the finale of the course, the 3 days. I think it's the 16th to 18th of July. We'll be seeing each other. So I'm looking forward to that, seeing as many of you as possible. We're going to have great fun, as always, plenty of laughs and very, very serious playtime together. Any questions, ask Iran and the gang, and hopefully see you soon. If there's any really serious questions, well, try and find me through email or whatever, any of the channels. All right, so folks, see you in July, and over and out from me. Bye.